Hello kids, welcome back to the virtual learning experience of GBN Senior Secondary School. Today in our EVS class 3, we are going to move a step forward towards Mother Nature. As we have already done chapter 7 and chapter 8 related to the animals and insects, today we are going to know about our feathery friends. Yes, those friends which always fly in the sky and also inspires us to aim high. We are talking about birds. In this video, we will be discussing about so many unique abilities of birds which help them to fly. The different categories of birds, the different body parts of the birds, and I'm much sure that you all are excited to know them all. So without wasting time, I'm going to show you one diagram where all the body parts of a bird are shown. So here is the picture of a bird whose body parts we are going to discuss. Number one is this beak. Beak is the front portion which comes near the mouth area. Many of the birds are having teeth and some are having no teeth. Then comes this head area. This round portion is the head of a bird. The front portion of the body is known as the trunk, and then these are the two little feet known as legs. Legs are further divided into claws. You must have seen like this. One leg is having so many different small parts. Those are known as claws. And then comes wings. The most special feature of a bird which helps them to fly. And then along with the wings, tails are there. A bird might have one or a group of so many tails all together. Those tails are not different from each other. They're all together in the form of feather also. So now moving forward with the types of beaks in birds. So I'm having another slide to show you all. Number one is strong, short and hard beak. Now this kind of short, hard and sharp kind of beak is there in sparrows and pigeons, because almost all insects are eaten by these birds. So birds are insect eaters. Sometimes they eat leaves also. So eating leaf and eating insects is easier with this kind of short and sharp beak. Then comes another kind of beak, that is sharp, strong and hooked beak. Hooked beak means a little bit of twisted in front. This hooked beak is generally seen in eagles, in vultures and in hawks. You must be recollecting the scavengers, right? Which we have studied in chapter 7. Yes, my dear children, eagle and vulture are scavengers which fed upon the dead remains of animals. So basically here they are going to tear that flesh to feed themselves. So here this hooked beak is actually helping these birds to take away the flesh from the animals. Clear? Then comes another category, just so that is broad and flat beak. Some birds like sunbird, duck, geese are having a very flat kind of beak. That kind of beak is there when they are living in water. So duck and geese are the water animals, basically water birds, and they are having broad and flat beak. Then comes again long and pointed beak. Basically this long and pointed beak is for smaller birds like hummingbird and sunbird, so that they can sit on one area of the trunk and they can eat the upper leaves also from the tree. Then comes the last category, that is like a chisel beak. You know what is chisel? Chisel is an instrument to cut wood. So by this term wood, it is very much clear that this kind of beak is found in woodpeckers. So my dear children, I hope this information was very interesting and new to all of you. Now let's unfold another dimension of the world of birds. And for that, I'm having another slide to show you all. This tells about the types of birds. Number one is a perching bird. Now what is a perching bird? You must be thinking. Perching birds are having claws. They have feet such that they can perch on trees. You know what is perching actually? They just grab the trunk or the part of the stem of a tree so that they can sit upon. And basically parrots and crows are seen like this. You must have seen a parrot or a crow in the neighboring trees or the gardens where they're sitting like this. Their feet are completely on that portion of the stem. Then comes another category, that is birds of prey. You know what is prey, my dear children? We have already studied this. Prey is a animal or an insect which is eaten, hunted by another bird, animal or insect. So here these birds of prey are having claws. They trap, or you can say they catch their prey with the help of these claws. So they are known as birds of prey. Then comes another bird which is known as a climbing bird. These birds are having a little bit of broad feet which helps them to climb on the tree or somewhere else as well. And the examples are woodpecker, right? So we have seen few examples repeating in some of the new categories. Then comes water birds, the birds which stay in water, not entirely. Half of their body, majorly the legs portion of their body, is inside the water. You must have seen duck. Duck is always floating. Hence we call them floating animals also. So they are having a special kind of feet which is a webbed feet. That kind of webbed feet is interconnected with all the claws and the parts of the feet, and that helps to like this flap them, and that flapping portion helps to swim. So here we have birds which are in the water only up to the leg portion, and they are known as the water birds. Then comes a very beautiful, you must be thinking that all other are in the flow chart. Ma'am have kept this one as a star because this particular type of bird I like a lot, because this is a kind of bird which can walk on water. It's amazing. Walk on water. How they are able to walk on water? First condition is they are having a very shallow water to walk. They should be having a shallow water, not very deep water. First thing. Second thing is, as written, can walk in shallow water, for example, herons and shrewds. These are having again webbed feet like, yes, the water birds. So my dear children, I am sure these information related to the types of bird is very, very interesting for all of you. Now, one more category we are going to discuss about birds, and that is a migratory birds. Migration is a term given for people, animal or insects which leave one place and move to far away place. So there are more than hundreds of species of birds which move from one place to another for different seasons, for different reasons. Sometime to have a better condition to live, and sometime to have good food. So my dear children, I am going to give you an example of Arctic tern. It travels more than 1000 meters from one place to another. That's huge, right? That is very much interesting. Even though they do not have Google Maps, but their brain is having a tracking system to understand, and that is the reason you must have seen birds always flying in groups, correct? So here they are giving us one more collaborative learning advice, that is stay united. Clear everyone? Now I am going to unfold the biggest mystery behind flying animals. Yes, that is why are they able to fly? So we will be discussing about three features. Number one, feathers and wings. The feathers and wings in the birds helps them to fly. Number two is their light weight. Their body is very light and hence flying becomes easier for them. And the third, most important, is their hollow bones. Their bones are very light, and they are light because they are hollow from inside. They do not have any material inside, which makes birds easy to fly. Now, when we are talking about flying birds, we are going to mention that there are some birds which are not able to fly. Now, all these reasons, feathers, wings, their lightweight and hollow bones, the reciprocal of the same is the reason for non-flying birds. For example, kiwi and ostrich. Kiwi and ostrich are two non-flying birds. Why? Again, because of less number of wings and feathers on the body of kiwi. While we talk about Ostrich, it is having lots of feathers, but its weight is too much, right? So if all these three categories, feathers, wings, lightweight, and hollow bones, are not there in any of the bird, they can also not fly. So I hope this session was really interesting for all of you. Thank you.